Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Foster. I'm the English language director for this little show, and we're going to have a bunch of people coming in through this commentary. So you just have to keep listening to find out who's here. But who's here is Hillary Haig.
Hello.
Hi. Say hi, Hillary.
Hello.
No, say hi, Hillary.
Hi, Hillary. So sorry.
This show, how long have we been working on this?
Forever.
Forever. It's been through 3 directors, and none of us hit it. Hopefully I did. I don't know if we'll find out if that's the case or not.
Oh, I think you did a great job, Stephen.
Thank you. You'll be hired for years.
Yes, and look at the fabulous cast. And the clothes. Come on.
It's the show had so many problems. We had, I guess, challenges or everybody who saw it was like, it was amazing. You could listen to the Japanese and enjoy it. The animation was amazing, and there were these long live action sequences, especially more in the later episodes. There's lots of extended footage. And one of the things we wanted to do was tie that together a little better. They were just kind of separate segments in the Japanese in a lot of areas, and we thought, well, we'll use that same idea of going behind the scenes of the animation, but make it a little bit more cohesive, not so curb your sitcom enthusiasm kind of thing, because the actors have such interesting lives. There's Mike.
Except for mine, I'm just the payroll sales rep. I never get to wear anything fun or do anything fun, except walk around in a suit.
Everybody has their own gig, and Hillary's, I think, our resident white-collar professional.
Yeah, I'm the only one with a real job. Sorry, no offense to any of you comedians out there. That's too fun to be real. Boise, come on.
That's right. Mike just came back from Boise. So we use this. I guess the first time weaving is live action scenes weave together in and out of the animation. We just kind of expanded the concept, but we had a problem translating it. There's so many Japanese culture references, nobody really understood them or got them, and so we were faced with the dilemma, which you always do on an adaptation, is how much do you change and how much do you keep? And so we wound up, this is the first time we've ever done like 2 separate different versions. If you look at the other DVD, you'll see all the Japanese jokes. If you know who Pico is, you'll find that riotously funny, but nobody in America really knows who Pico is, so we have to substitute Kojikaru or somebody like that. Here's Tommy.
Who's Kojikaru?
He's that Queenie guy on the Today Show.
Oh, Stephen Kojik. Ah, yes, my buddy. Okay.
Oh, she loves him. We had a couple of different casting choices. One of the problems or issues I had with Milk was that it's very, very quiet. It's very, very. If you listen to the Japanese original and the voices are very, very similar. Tetsuko with Milk, and they talk very, very monochromatically, monotone-wise, I should say. Our comedy is much more aggressive in this country, so we kind of took Milk's basic premise and turned it up a notch.
She's a little monster.
She's a little monster, and Hillary does a
great. So fun doing it.
Well, Hillary does a great job. We worked on the voice for, I think,
a while.
Yeah, a long time. The audition took probably about an hour, and then when we knew it was going to be Hillary, we put that worked on the pitches, really.
I was going to say it's brutal because I have a very high voice, but we take it even higher, and it's hard to yell and carry on like Milk does in that same pitch that we've selected.
Yeah, it can get pretty volatile. She gets high up there.
Cuter, no cuter. How cute can you say 4-letter words? Cuter.
That's one thing. It's very odd because a lot of the anime fans. We tried this live action sequencing. I'm sorry, I'm late. And we're laying lots of little plot hints and things like that really don't kind of come across until later. And we kind of realized that the only audience that could stick with that is an anime audience, because they're very sophisticated viewers. They don't mind everything. Be giving to them, here in America, we need to know who the good guys are and who the bad guys are and what the plot is right away.
Right.
And anime fans are much more sophisticated than that. So we introduced these characters of the producer, and there's poor David. David, don't wait for David to join us on the commentary, because he's in New York. He will not be here. But so we did that, and fans.
The
Speaking
fan
of fans,
voice.
which is kind of fun because if you notice who, it's like we got to play the fans are like the biggest names in anime.
Yeah.
Chris Patton and Greg Ayers. So that's kind of one for the fan boys out there. We like give them,
They were great. That's hilarious.
They were very funny, and they're really nice to do it. They came in on a Saturday when we were shooting that, but really great guys. But a lot of anime fans don't like the cussing. We always get they cuss so much.
Yeah.
And we cuss. I'm sorry, everybody. We cuss.
I don't.
Whatever.
I do not cuss.
We cuss. I think we're schooled more in the South Park kind of thing. It's more of a language. It's just another expressive word. There she is.
Oh, cute little Milk.
She's the cutest thing. And when John Ledford, God, I love John. He bought this, or we licensed the title, and it was like 3 years ago, and we kept trying to get it work, and I just really didn't think I'd done enough drugs to do it justice. But she's wonderful. I mean, the character design's fantastic, and in the 3-year span since we got it, now there's like Milk merchandise stores on every corner in Tokyo.
Well, the colors are great. The designs of the characters are so fabulous. You just can't help but love it.
It's beautifully done. Tanaka. He's just a genius. I love all the stuff, the characters, the world that he's created and stuff. I mean, look at her. She's just so...
Everybody asks me, well, what are you working on now? I'm like, well, I'm in this show called Super Milk-chan. She's a 5-year-old slobbering superhero who likes to cuss a lot.
And has no real superpowers.
She just messes everything up, but it's fun watching her. She doesn't even get herself out of trouble. She just drops it. Yeah, and then goes to eat sushi.
Yeah, she just really doesn't give a shit.
No.
She just is so... The robot and her relationship, I thought, was one of the best ones in the show. Is she's just so mean to Tetsuko. Oh, there's Rob. I don't know if y'all could hear that, but someone laughing in the background.
He's not a pretty woman.
No. We had these stills. They were like, and see, everyone thinks we put all this this live action stuff in there, but we had these stills that were in the show, and we're like, well, why are we shooting these Japanese? Why are we keeping the existing Japanese characters? Why don't we shoot our own? So, and then, oh, that's right. And one of the guys, there's a drag joke that comes up later, and one of the guys in the cast didn't want to do drag, so it fell to someone else. And then poor Rob had to jump in there and.
Oh, now they all want to do drag.
Now they all want to be in dresses.
After seeing how pretty Tommy looked. He was a handsome, handsome woman.
She's a very pretty lady.
Very scary.
But Hillary has done so many. What other comedies have you done? You're usually, you were in Noir, and you were a little assassin in Noir.
Yeah.
And,
what other comedies?
Yeah, you really don't have a whole lot of...
No, not a whole lot of comedies. Orphan was sort of comedic.
Yeah, because you played that troll.
And there were some comedic moments in Kurumi. But other than that, not a whole lot of comedy.
So you just do a great job on this. You're amazing.
Well, it's so much fun to work with Steven. He takes you places you didn't know you could go. And I feel so grateful to get to work with him.
You're so sweet. On that, I think I'm going to turn this over to... I'm going to let somebody else get in the booth and talk with Hillary. So let's introduce the next person.
All right. I am now being joined by our fabulous president, Mike McRae, who he really does just an absolute wonderful job at the President Milk. It's hilarious. Every time I watch it, I laugh.
Stop.
Oh, shut up.
Knock it off.
No, whatever. He and Marcy crack me up.
How are you, Hillary?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm good. I'm freezing, but other than that, I'm having a good time.
Suck it up, big boy.
Yeah, we're in the Meat Locker studio right now.
It is always about 50 below in here. I bring in the biggest blankets, socks, gloves I can find to record, which then creates problems in itself because everything rustles and we have to redo it.
And I always forget. I always wear my shorts. I'm wearing shorts and Tevas right now. Not a good call.
I'm not too bright there, buddy.
I'm kind of dumb. Thanks for pointing that out.
Double H. Smart guy. Well, how did you get started at ADV, Mike?
I got started because I knew Rob Mungle and Tommy Drake from comedy, and I did a lot of voices in my act, and they told me, hey, Mike, you should go check out AD Vision. They need people like you. So I started auditioning, and I started weaseling my ways into some little roles in Gasaraki, and then I met Steven. Steven,
dun, dun, dun.
The lovely and talented Steven Foster. And from there, it went on to the present day.
I don't know how you do the president. You have those long, long speeches. Do y'all do it all at once, or do you, like, break it up and do a few sentences at a time?
I don't know if you know what my nickname is around here, Double H. They call me One Take Mike.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't aware of that. I apologize, One Take Mike. I will refer to you as One Take Master from here on out.
Please call me that all the time.
Okay. Dream on.
I will. The voice, I've had more fun doing this voice than I have any other, because it is comedic, you know, which I haven't really done too much of at all at ADV. And Stephen Foster, he really helped me find that voice. I looked at the animation. You know, your first instinct is to sort of cop or mock what the Japanese is doing. But Stephen had other things in mind for that. So we ended up, it's got, the voice has elements of my roommate in it. It's got a few other little things in there. But it all kind of came together. It worked out pretty well, especially for the dialogue that Stephen wrote for him. So it was fun.
Well, Mike's very modest, but he's absolutely brilliant as the president. And I think that I'm out of here. I'm going to let the next person sneak in. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, Hillary's gone, but we've upgraded. We've got ourselves Mr. Ben Pronsky in the other booth.
Hello, Mike.
How are you doing, buddy?
Lovely. I just got in from Austin.
Ah, what were you doing there?
I had an audition, actually.
Fair. What were you auditioning for?
It was a Luke Wilson film directed by Mike Judge.
Oh, that sounds a couple good names there.
Yeah. That always helps, having the names attached.
Ben's a very accomplished actor about Texas. Does a lot of projects around here, correct?
I like to think so. Yeah, but
that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, I heard that you just got in from a trip as well.
Yeah, I just got back in from slinging my jokes in the Funny Bone in Boise, Idaho. 2 weeks.
Ooh.
It was good times.
Idaho.
It was nice.
How was it?
It was actually a really good time.
Was it?
I had a great time there. If there's any anime fans in Boise, it was a fantastic place. I liked it. No, really, it was fun. Great club there. A lot of fun stuff to do.
Was it just the
they
one
sell
club?
Bratwurst on the streets. It's my kind of town.
Right. Yeah. Well, I plan on making the move to Austin. It's such an expanding market right now. You know, that's the place to be, my friend.
Oh, my good. Yeah.
Who knows? We'll see.
For film acting, definitely. Yeah. But, you have to come back here to ADV. We're going to need your help. At least Stephen will.
Well, yeah, I should be back in. The family and all.
So tell me about, now you are the role of Hanage.
Yes, Hanage.
Hanage.
Yes.
Which in Japanese means nose hair, correct?
Nose hair, yes. As you can see, he just has a few strands left. It looks as though he's been around the block a few times.
And I just thought that was a mustache. But then Stephen told me he told me that information, and I just really didn't need to know it. You know what I mean? I didn't really want to know that.
Right. Well, I guess you could call it a mustache. I mean, it's got that kind of Groucho thing going on, but it was really fun getting into it because whenever I first came in and Stephen said, "Hey, well, let's take a look at this," he told me a little bit about this slug, and I was pretty intrigued at first because he's an older guy, he's an older character, and he was green, and I immediately for some reason thought Yoda.
Aha!
I don't know why, but it didn't come out as Yoda. I had this. I just gave it a shot at first, and it actually came out somewhat like a combination of Gollum from Lord of the Rings and Gizmo from Gremlins, and it was weird. It was fun to play with, but it's funny because
there you are, right there.
Right, yeah.
No, it's
and her drooling, more drooling involved, but she's I don't know the character behind it. One of the inner monologues that he has throughout a lot of the different episodes, he talks about the fact that he can never talk, that he can only make noises. And I found that to be very much along the same lines of what it was that I was going through, because that's all that he does is just and make all these noises and everything, and I didn't have the chance to actually say anything until the inner monologue, so I felt his frustration totally.
That's a very fun aspect of that character, that you get to do those little things there.
Yeah.
So you actually to get to use your voice at one point or another.
Yeah,
so
here and there, yeah. And the inner monologue was actually was just as fun because there's the big gong at the beginning. I just immediately thought kung fu, and tried to just get as deep as possible. And a lot of it was just I don't know, it was thrown at me with Steven's writing was just so hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't I was blown away because it was so easy to perform.
Yeah.
Because it was just right there on the page for you. So
we've been kissing his ass a lot during this during this whole session here and all the previous ones. But it's true. We're not making it up.
An amazing man, amazing.
Steven is a never-ending wheel. Any Rainbow fans?
Joy.
All right, never mind.
Right.
Oh, what are we seeing here? Oh, there we got
action.
some live action, some hot girl-on-girl talking here going on. That's always fun.
Yeah, this is the best part, is that it's a 976 number that she's calling right now, which is great.
It's not the first time that's been called out of ADV
yeah,
headquarters.
I know. Seriously, you should see the bills. But the live action was a blast because, a lot of what Steven was doing with that as well was very true to life as far as whatever all of us are going through on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool.
There's certainly a window into our little voiceover lives.
Yes.
Some things are tad exaggerated.
Here and
so
there,
everyone knows. But
yeah.
But yeah, in
but
general.
some of the live action stuff, I was pretty surprised with some of the stuff that he came up with because initially in the script or whatever, he had me, or he was wondering as to whether or not let's just say that he was wondering.
Yeah, he's a curious bird.
He always is. He's very curious. But I can't reiterate enough. I mean, the script was right on track, man. So,
yeah, it was fun, definitely.
And but with the script, what I've heard you do a lot of the time is a little ad-libbing from time to time. Steven's words are good, but from time to time you got to throw your own stuff in there, don't you, Mike?
Yeah, I like to punch things up when I see an opportunity. It's a lot of fun. And plus, just with the voice, once you start getting into one of those character voices, things just sort of roll out a certain way, and like you almost, think and talk like that person would, and you come up with stuff like.
So you're totally in it. You're in the character at all times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Walking down the street, talking like it's nuts.
Yeah, it's like a bit schizo.
And Steven will have he'll have things written, but I'll just say it a certain way, like the dollars had those girls emblazoned on them, but that guy would say emblazoned in a very sarcastic way, Johnny McBus Pass, that I call it. I punched that
Johnny
in one.
that
well, that was
pass.
something I forget what he had in the script, but there was this kid who used to come to the open mic that me and Tommy and Rob do, and he never had a ride. He would always try to get a ride. He always had his mom pick him up. So I just started calling him Johnny McBus Pass. And
how old was he? He had his mom pick him up?
Yeah, but he was like 19 or 20.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I was going to say.
But he's little.
He's
47. So I just started using that. I mean, I figured that'd be a good, a good sort of surrogate for, hoi polloi or, Joe Schmo or whatever. So, but we had fun with it, definitely.
Well, yeah, I didn't have the opportunity to ad-lib at all because you can't ad-lib much with
Well, you could try.
So.
Well, we're going to take a little break because one of the actors wants a cigarette. So we'll be right back.
And we're back. I had my cigarette.
Yes, the lovely and wonderful Shelley Colleen Black is joining us.
Thank you, darling.
Yes, of course, my love. Anything for you, darling. Tell us who you play, Shelley.
The adulterous aunt and the narrator of the eye patch videos.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Are we done? We are all. We are all so impressed with Shelley because she's just so versatile. Honestly, no, really. I mean, Shelley's an amazing actress as well. I've worked with her numerous times, and I tell you, she's on her way to the red carpet. I'm telling you right now.
Why, thanks.
Yes,
maybe we'll join up there. I realized that Steven said to get on the mic, and I thought he was saying, "Grab my glass of wine."
Oh. You don't read the lips very well, Shelley.
So it's true, everyone. I'm a big fat drunk.
It's okay. You're an actress. I think a lot of actresses these days are
drunks?
Yeah, and sit them back on Grandpa's old calf medicine there. So don't even worry about it. Forget about it.
All right.
Anyway. So who's playing your husband?
My aunt husband is Todd Waite.
Todd Waite.
Todd Waite and I have done many, many theatrical productions together.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have a long-standing relationship with Mr. Waite.
We do. We were in a show together at the Alley, which was his first show that brought him to Houston.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, and then I told Stephen that he had to see him to do some voice stuff, and so we get to play opposite each other again.
So the rest is history.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So who plays your son?
David Matranga plays the ant larva.
Mr. Matranga, yeah, the ant larva.
And I can't get through those scenes because amen.
Right.
I lose it every time.
Yeah, Matranga. Yeah. How about the dog?
Yeah,
Look
David.
at this dog.
David.
Look at this dog.
David's insane. Where is David?
I don't know, but he's definitely got like part canine in him.
Oh my God, He is a dog.
He's a dog.
He's really cute.
I was
going to
say that. I would just reference him as canine, but we could call him a dog if you want
He's
to.
a dog.
He's a dog.
Yeah, and an ant.
And
Which, if you mix the two, makes a really, really tiny dog.
yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't very funny, was it?
No, it was. It was great. I had this picture in my head of a dog with, instead of ears, having these little antennas. So.
That would be what it was like.
Right. Yeah, which is even less funny.
Okay, so apparently we're at the scene where David is playing the dog, I believe, and the dog is screaming, "Suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick," which is, in fact, a direct translation from the Japanese.
So the Japanese were actually wrote it as "suck my." Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so Stephen, extraordinaire as he is, decided that gave him free license for us to just go blatantly
all out. Just rolling with it
on the explicatives.
I'm sure that once he saw that translation, he was like, "Oh my God, this piece is just perfect for me."
Yeah, this is mine. This is mine. It's got my name all over it.
It does.
I love saying "suck my dick" and said, "This is mine."
Oh, you should see his face.
Okay. I'm slightly kidding, everyone.
No, but that when you get that kind of freedom in something like that, I mean, God, you just got to roll with it. The fact that they have, the fact that they can, add that kind of humor into it, because that's pretty elevated, that's pretty up there. So you can pretty much just start from there. And
it's sophisticated, trashy humor, man.
Yes, it's lovely. That's what the world is comprised of these days. So who else have you played here?
I have a hard time remembering.
I know you've done so many. You've got so many credits to your resume.
I have. Stephen was the one that actually gave me the starting point because I did Sin, and that was the first show that I had a major character besides just background noise, and I guess like the other ones are Noir and Rune Soldier and the Orphan series and a lot of them. I don't really.
Right. Yeah.
I don't really remember. There's one in particular I used a fake name. It's up to you guys to figure out which one that is.
Ah, there you go. And you can check her out online, IMDb, at Shelley Colleen Black. Yeah. So all those credits are listed there. I don't know if you knew that.
What?
At the IMDb website.
IMDb,
the Internet Movie Database. All of your credits are on there.
Really?
I've been checking you out. Yeah, I'm stalking you privately. I didn't know if you
Really?
knew that. Yeah. It's okay.
That's so exciting.
I know you're married
Because he's
and
cute
stuff.
and I'm married, and so it's really exciting. Gives me a little ego boost.
I'll be your private dancer.
That would be great, Ben.
We'll see. Anyway, here he is. Here's Hanage.
Okay, yeah,
making
isn't
waffles.
Wait, aren't you that little worm on top of her head?
No, that's the slug, actually.
Wait,
I always thought it was really cool because in the in some of the live action sequences, the reference to the slug is something that is something that's really good work. I thought when I went into it after the very first session, after the first episode or whatever, I knew that the live action in the script, it said, you know, wow, this is really good work. And I was like, man, this is good work. This is like a breeze. Man, I'm really making it big here.
I can do this. I can do this.
Anything is possible. So, yeah, I thought that was cool.
So the animation on this is kind of colorful and wacky and
it's different
clear.
Because I'm so green with this. I've only been with ADV for a couple of years now, and I don't have nearly as many credits as you.
Well, nobody does. It's fine.
Right. And I don't know. I've learned a lot because every single time if I'm passing, you know, any sort of station that involves any sort of anime now on TV, I pay attention. Whereas I didn't really used to before, and I don't know, I've got kind of a brand new respect for it. I've only been doing it for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's something about this show that's it really stands out to me.
Well, it does stand out. Okay, this is what I really like is all these like
the
still.
stills, the live stills, which is
so
great.
neat.
We've got a really good story about that.
Yeah.
So and the
Look.
dog peeing, yes,
David.
lovely.
David
He's the man.
David Pete. Oh God.
There he is.
Rob Mungall, everyone.
Wow.
Tommy Drake.
No.
And Tommy really likes to dress like that.
He felt so comfortable that entire day.
You guys, it was freaky. I kept telling him, please, please, please get out of it. And he was like, Shelley, I like to do this.
Well, we were all, I mean, what was that, like a 16-hour day that day?
It was weird.
I mean, we'd been here for such a long
but I
time.
don't, see, okay.
And
so here's the point where she's taking all the pictures. And I took...
Right,
Fuck you,
yeah.
Rob, that's what he
Fuck you,
said.
Rob. But
There's David.
That's not what he's saying on the inside. He's saying this is heaven.
He
Seriously.
was loving it.
He loved it. He's like, this is like heaven. So if I died and I went to heaven, I'd be right back here.
I could not even look at him. I thought he looked so gross.
Well, you started getting really freaked out.
I
remember that.
completely freaked out.
And that was like after 14 hours straight. You know, we were just so delirious at that point. And we were drinking some sort of energy, whatever that
drink.
stuff was.
It
Good
made me
Lord.
jump around in circles on one foot. It was great.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't remember
everyone,
I was so delirious.
I've lost weight since this shoot. I just want to
to let
put that
everybody
out
know.
there.
Right.
I have lost significant weight since this shoot.
I have gained significant weight since this shoot.
No, you have not.
No, you're right.
Unless it was muscle bulk.
Oh, yeah. I've
Muscle
been
bulk,
pumping the
I'm sure
iron.
that's what it was.
I want to be the next governor.
We were Hillary and I were just sitting here while you guys were doing the previous commentary, and I was like, oh my God, I totally have lost weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that sounds so ridiculous, but
No.
you know what?
So why is it that you've lost this weight, Shelley?
Because I was big.
Because you were.
Oh my God! Okay.
You know what?
Yes,
you know what? I've
been
heard,
kind of
and
reminded.
this is just through the grapevine, is that you
yes.
had some sort of nude scene.
Yes.
Somewhere?
This.
Expound on that a little bit, will you?
This play I had to be bottomless. Wasn't all the way. I've done the all the way before.
Wow.
Yeah, but this
Bold.
one was bottomless, and my ass at my age, which I will not reveal, is, tends to go down after a while. And so...
You're not on the Atkins, I guess.
My God, I was freaking out. So
you
there's
packed it in a
nothing like-
24-hour fitness or whatever the case may be.
I
and-
was working out like a month, and I went on the South Beach diet,
what
which
was
I
it
will
you were-
swear by to this day.
The South Beach diet, the low carb thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it works. It works.
Does it
works,
really?
It works. Yes.
I don't know. I've seen some people that don't need to be on diets in the first place that are on this South Beach thing, and they look ill. They look,
Okay.
and I'm like, I guess it's working for you, you know? You don't
you
look
look
well, but okay.
You learn to eat properly.
Okay.
Which is great. And so I was on Stairmaster and running and working out and South Beach and everything, because I'm telling, there's nothing like a few hundred people looking at your naked butt that'll make you drop that weight so quick. So when we make another one of these,
Yes.
you guys have to watch, because I'll
On the
be
next
a little
DVD.
thinner.
Okay. I'll definitely
I know,
watch for
like
that one.
everybody's really waiting to. We have to watch to see how thin Shelley
man.
is. I'm
Hey,
sure everyone's losing sleep over it.
When I get my copy from ADV, I'm talking about slow motion on the DVD player, honey.
Go check
Don't
it.
you worry about
Check
it.
out every angle, baby. Okay, how funny is Mike as the president?
Mike has got this very rare and unique talent that a lot of people don't have because he's very natural with everything. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, yeah.
You know, and it's a rare thing to come by nowadays when people just really don't give a crap what other people think about him. You know what I mean? And I think it's cool. I think it's very cool. I saw him at a club where he was doing stand up, and I was in hysterics. I mean, just hysterics. And the 6
great.
Jack Daniels and Cokes that I had did not aid in that at all. If I was completely sober, then
It would have still been funny.
It still would have been, yeah.
I've seen him perform, and I was completely sober.
Side splitting. So
yes, he's very funny.
There's a
We're
little
so
plug
lucky
for
to
Mike
have,
McRae.
Yeah, exactly. We are so lucky. We have actors and comedians.
Right. Yeah.
How cool is that?
You know, in many ways, I think every single comedian is an actor at heart. You know what I mean? Because they understand what's going on.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Absolutely, have to be. I feel you.
You feel me? Yeah.
We're not even in the same room, and I feel you.
Right.
Feels good. No, I'm sorry.
Now, what is? I'm confused as to what the animation. It seems completely different here.
You know, that's a really good segue for me to just get out of here.
What's the matter? You know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly on that one. Okay. Goodbye. Thank you, guys.
Bye, Ben. Bye, everyone.
All right.
I'm drunk. Oh my God, that was. Y'all have to understand. We're usually just one person in the booth, and
it's no fun.
And it's no fun.
Ever.
And this is one of the few times we all actually get together, and so we've got like Mike and I are now in the 2 booths.
It's fierce. It's dangerous.
And we're looking at Marcy and Shelley and Hillary and Ben and someone else has joined us now who's going to try to play director. And we've got Stanley, who's our wonderful engineer.
Stanley's really the brains of this operation.
It's all about Stanley. It's all about Stanley. But Shelley was asking about the different animation styles. The only thing I can kind of explain it away is, if you remember The Simpsons, remember when they were on the Tracy Ullman show?
Oh, it's completely different.
And it was very rudimentary.
Oh, yeah.
It was almost like a template. And then
Sure.
they were all shorter versions, and then they became more polished. And it's kind of interesting how it's like they used to have, there were roaches. Rob Mungall and Taylor played like this roach couple, and I think it's almost like that turned into the ant couple. And I am so glad that I know this has totally changed the subject, but I am so glad that we are not in the studio all the time. It's freezing in here.
It really is.
You have a blanket on.
Yeah. Double H gave it to me.
Hillary. God. And there's Marcy. I love Marcy.
Yeah. There they all are.
David's the only one who can't make it because he's in New York.
I know, that dirty son of a gun.
Bastard.
But it's really an ensemble cast, really, Stephen. We all work very well together, I'd say.
Y'all give a lot to the parts. I mean, and you give a lot. I mean, like in the live action stuff, I mean, those were, 16-hour days?
Yeah, they were pretty long.
They were long.
You know, it was worth it.
Well,
look at me. Look at that. Look
nice
at Tommy.
Nice shirt.
I know. I love that shirt.
It's a great
I don't
shirt.
have a goatee anymore, by the way.
There's Marcy and
For
Taylor.
kids at home. Yeah, look at them.
There's a duo right there. Marcy and Taylor.
Dynamic duo.
Marcy's. When she was giving me shit, I said this was Marcy's first lead.
Wait, Marcy's in the shot too? Oh, there she is.
Marcy's first lead, and she was like, "This is not my first lead. I've been in other things as well." You know, and I'm like, "Okay, but I meant anime." But oh my God, I never told you the story. She was in Orphan, and she played this very ominous kind of elder, and I beat the hell out of her. You know, I knew what I wanted. I wanted it to be very mysterious and very powerful, and she thought I was just flatlining her, and she gave me so much shit about that. So it was kind of fun when she was able to take the robot, which is just nuts. I mean, she's great. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, she's got a great voice.
It's amazing.
It's a lot of fun.
She has this one line she says to get into character, because it's the certain voice. It's not Marcy's real voice, you know, so she's got to kind of go to this place.
Right.
But there was this one line that she used from a scene where Tetsuko's on a date with this other robot, and she feels tingly all over. so every time Marcy would try to get into character, she's like, "Well, what's my line? Oh yeah, I feel tingly all over." just so disturbing that this robot's like having a date and vibrating.
But no, sometimes we have to do that. We have to say a key line to remember what our voice is for a certain for a certain character.
You know who taught me that was Matt Greenfield. Matt's the one who said that was what he always used, and I thought that was really brilliant.
Yeah, that's true.
But like in this, like the Four Tire Brothers, how Milk watches. I think this is what we're going to use for the trailer. Is this little section?
That looks like a King Crimson album.
That's right. Oh, for those of you who don't know it, Mike is barely 26. Are you 26?
I'm 26.
26, but he knows all the music for someone twice his age. He's like, "What did you turn me on to? VH1 Classic."
Oh my God, that's like 12 hours wasted right there if I turn that on.
Oh look!
Oh my God, how come I never saw any of these things?
We do this in post. We have to replace the Japanese stills. And if you look at the other disc, you can see the real Japanese actor that did it. But that was Rob. Rob was game for.
So disturbing.
It's very disturbing. But he was so good about it. He's such a good sport. I mean, all you guys are. I mean, except for the one guy who wouldn't do drag, and Tommy had to do it. Who was that?
You know what? I did Tommy a favor, all right? Tommy wants nothing more than to parade around in women's clothing. Trust me.
Oh, and speaking of Rob, he plays the gay landlord, which is just such an amazing. I think this is one of the few.
It's quite a transformation for him because he doesn't own any land. That's why that role is a stretch for him.
It's a leap for him. But and just the vocal stretches, no one really gets it. It's like, usually for one of these titles, it's about 5-10 takes or something like this. But for Milk, you've got to do these wonderful Warner Brothers stretches. And like when you said like emblazoned on them.
Yeah.
You really have to work at making the vocal as charming as the animation is. And we beat the hell out of Hillary. Poor Hillary.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'd go so far to say is this anime film is very cartoonish.
I would, and that probably a bunch of anime fans would freak out about that. But it has certain elements. Or
cartoonish as far as like exaggerated,
Yeah, I mean everything.
And it's super silly. Not necessarily like a mainstream cartoon.
Well, yeah, because the complicated and then the language makes it a mainstream cartoon. We had big conversations about that as far as marketing it because we were afraid that people would look at it and go like, "Oh, look, Mommy Milk is so cute," and then they'd take it home and and the little girl goes, "Mommy, I want a fucking glass of water." It's like, oh, Susie, why are you talking like that? Milk does all the time.
Ah, fuck them.
But. The character designs are amazing. Things like her chair. But Marcy's voice just kills me. Shelley and Hillary come in and they do their bits and they'll have to stop and she was really bad with you. She was like, can you just play me Mike's bit a little bit? Can you just play me Mike's bit?
Oh yeah. Well, it's designed to be entertaining.
It's a great performance. Oh, and this is a sequence that we had.
See, look how happy Tommy is dressed as a woman. I mean, look at this. He has like this glow about him. Yeah, look at me.
That's just makeup, though.
And he really thought he was pretty, too.
But they said
he's a very good-looking man, but he's not.
Well, they said, remember that movie To Wong Fu?
Right.
And apparently that was the thing. They all wanted, Swayze and Snipes and Leguizamo, they all wanted to make sure I'm going to be really pretty, right? It's like it's when men put men in dresses and they get more vain. There's your character.
Yeah, this is a messed up.
See, and the KKK thing just kind of freaks me out.
Yeah. Well, maybe that has different connotations. I mean, well, let me see him again. Hold on. I mean, is it?
And that one tooth.
Yeah, you'd think a president would. Is that really? I mean, is it really?
No,
KKK?
I think it's just hooded. I don't.
Maybe that has a different connotation over there. I don't know.
I think that could be universal though. But
it's scary either way.
What kills me is that everyone always asks. It's like, well, who? If this was animated 4 years ago or concepted 6 years ago, who is this president? Like, is it Bush? Is it Clinton? Daddy Bush?
I don't know if it's.
You don't think it's any of them?
No, I don't think
it's a little bit of each of them.
Is this even supposed to be United States?
No, he's like president of the world because remember in his. Well, that's like cool. Every window he's got, every time you see him out his window, like the first episode, it was the Twin Towers,
right? And
this one, it's where is the giant Buddha? Is this or is that Krishna?
It's in Thailand.
It's we were just buzzed in. Ben Pronsky told us it was Thailand.
Yeah, so he better be right.
It was Stanley the engineer who told us it was Thailand.
Once again,
it's all about Stanley. It's all about
what's going
Stanley.
on.
But look at this.
Yeah,
See, I mean,
crazy.
We had to rename these Sandalicia Resort and Theme Park. It was actually named after the John Carruthers who edited all the live action stuff. His fiance was named Delicia, so we're like, yeah, that's a good name for an island, dude. Done.
That's cool. Yeah, this is a pretty neat sequence here.
I mean, that's what's so cool about Milk is it goes from the real rudimentary kind of simple shapes to this really. I mean, look at the braces of the rocket opening, and
then you got that.
And this one's really kind of odd. Everybody's doing voices. It was Shelley and Taylor and Hillary, and everyone's doing voices of this crowd as this claw reaches in and screams.
This is my favorite.
But it's when watch this. No one gets this. This is how animated, so sophisticated. Girls' locker room. But a dude was in one of the lockers watching the girls changing. And
I never even caught that.
See, that's what I'm saying. No one gets this. And I mean, to write and direct it, you have to watch the show like 7, 18 times.
Well, yeah.
And so then when you see that, you're like, wait a minute. That dude was in the locker room.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't notice that either.
See, and that's what kills me about the anime audiences. No one really gives them enough.
The other joke is like, the panel opens up and you think the missile's going to come out. No, it's an arm that opens up the real thing. It's going to send the missile out,
It's so sophisticated. Oh, this is... Lucy did this. This is our little weapons of mass destruction where she says, attention, we've got a nuclear warhead. I'm sorry, a weapon of mass destruction headed our way. It's just because we're all
keeping it timely.
Yeah, trying to. Although our release schedule, we've had big fights internally about we want to up the release date, and it's like but the jokes aren't timely. You got to be careful. But yeah, I mean, it's a sophisticated. The little photograph image in the back on the wall and stuff. Oh, and the fact that she's got a Luger. I just love this. It's a 6-year-old girl who ordered a gun over the internet and charged it with a credit card.
That's her God-given right, Stephen.
But when Hillary says,
girls need guns these days.
And Hillary's performance is just amazing. She was like, "Give it." It's like, it's not my replacement from Dr. Eye Patch, is it? It's Marcy. And then it's like, yeah, so you better watch your ass. She's so funny.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She's great. She's fantastic.
And with that, we should probably let somebody else get in the booth.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure we're boring the people to death.
Yeah. Oh,
no, not us.
You and me? How could you and I bore people?
How could that happen? All right, so we'll take a look.
Let's see how long we could talk about not boring people and see how long it could not be boring. I think you need to give yourselves little challenges like that.
Oh, we got enough little challenges. This show. All right, we'll be back in a minute.
Signing off.
Hi, this is Hillary Haig, and they decided to let me back in the booth. And I'm so excited because now we have the brilliant Marcy Banner, who plays Tetsuko, my poor, I can't even think of the word, tortured, abused, downtrodden robot. And
with a heart of gold.
Exactly. Marcy, I heard this is your first show.
Yes, and I can't talk without a script. So you're on your own.
Well,
what could I say? I even came in here and put my glasses on so I could read a script, and there's no script.
Well, you might as well put those away and just grab your wine.
So. What happens when you get old? You have to put on your reading glasses, or you can't see a damn thing.
Okay, this really isn't your first show, Marcy. Tell us a little bit about some of the other stuff you've done.
No. Well, I've been on stage, screen, and television, of course.
Oh, is that all?
Yes. No. Yes. Yes, I've been all over the world in national commercials.
Well, then how did we get so lucky to get you here?
I don't know. I was walking down the street and Stephen said, "Hey, you," and there I was.
I think that's how he found half of us.
I think so. He's got a good eye for talent.
No, he just likes to drink a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. But no, it's not. It's, they kept bringing me in for these little parts, like little old ladies sitting in, like train stations, having one little scene.
Right, Lady A, Lady B.
Right, yeah. And I kept thinking, I can do more than this, But until they had a robot, they didn't want me.
Right.
So what can I say?
we already kind of heard how you get into character for Tetsuko, but you have to do it for me, Marcy. That just cracks me up.
Well, usually I use my own voice and all that, emotion, and I'm a dying old person or something like that. And then I'm given this part where and I'm supposed to talk like this or something like that. And I didn't know how to do that. Well, you could do it once, and then they call you back like 8 weeks later, and you have to do it again. And you go, what? How the hell did I do that?
Right.
So then somebody told me, you get a line, that just gets you right into character.
Yeah.
So then I spent weeks figuring out what the line was.
Well, give it to us.
I'm pretty slow. And it was, I feel tingly all over. I just thought that had, the whole concept of this poor little old robot having a sex date and feeling tingly all over. If that doesn't do it for you, I don't know what would. So that's it.
Oh,
and
God.
every time I do it, Stephen laughs. So I know I must be on.
Oh, you're on.
Must
you
be
are
all right.
absolutely fabulous as Tetsuko. Every time I'm in the booth.
Do I seem motherly to you as well?
A little, yeah. You're definitely motherly towards Milk.
Well, that's what I want. kind of this ditzy robot, but loves you.
But I love your relationship with Eye Patch as well. Is this your daddy?
Oh, well, like...
Is this where I was born?
I'm an orphan. I want to know where I came from. What the hell?
That is so
boy,
funny.
He's scary, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's mean.
Oh, but Tommy's so
He
funny.
should not be a daddy to anybody.
Well,
I mean, it's just awful.
well, I want to know, are we ever going to find out who your daddy is?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Well,
I think I'm destined to die a poor little old, robot with no parents. What the hell? What can I say? I have my moments, so, I enjoy a whole lot of stuff. Like, look at me eating, boy.
Oh, man. Tetsuka's always eating. And you know what else? She looks so phallic. We were looking at the rocket earlier.
That looked like a big penis.
Yes,
didn't
well,
it?
the president's head, Marcy's head, everybody's head just has a phallic design. What's up with that?
I guess the Japanese people are all about sex. I don't know.
I think so.
What the hell?
But this is, one of the only animes that doesn't have little short skirts and heinies hanging out, so...
Oh, I watched that with my teenage daughter.
Yes.
She could not believe it. That one that was just about guys looking up the skirts? What was that?
No.
What was that?
Colorful.
Colorful. And I thought, I should be saying no to this. But it was so funny that we both sat there and laughed.
Yeah. Now that is a little
normal kid.
disturbing.
Watch colorful.
Right. I'd like to hear your conversation with her after that one.
Well, it was strange. I said, well, it's just a cartoon. What the hell? That's how I raised her. I love like real scary movies.
Yeah.
And when she was little, I wanted to watch them. I'm a single parent. For all you single parents out there, I'm a single parent, and I wanted to watch the spooky movies. But I thought, golly, that people will think I'm terrible. So we sat there and watched Alien, right? And I said, watch this. The stomach opens up and this monster comes out. And think of how they figured out how to do that, And she just sat there and watched it and said, yeah. And didn't get scared at all, so I figured that's the way to do it.
And see, I cried myself to sleep after I saw it, because my parents didn't explain to me that it was a movie.
Oh, no, man, you just, it's all fantasy, and you gotta let the kids know that, so that they don't think they should really, go out in the real world. There's a big difference.
Marcy, how old is your daughter?
18.
Well, how old was she when she was watching Alien?
18. Oh, no, Alien, she was like 4.
4? Watching Alien?
Yeah.
Can we call Child Protective Services,
No, because she's 18
please?
now, so they wouldn't want her.
And she turned out okay after that?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, no, she was about 3 or 4, and that's the way I raised my kids. Really open. Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
So now what do we talk about?
Well, I'd like to talk about your stinky treats there.
Oh, I love those stinky
treats.
treats.
That cracks me up.
They are good.
And your gas machine is also a very used weapon.
Well, my father used to say, it's better to fart and bear the pain than hold the fart and bear the shame. No, it was... I'm sorry.
Okay, on that note, I think we're being kicked out.
Hillary, you switch that around. You know what my mother used to say?
I gotta hear this one.
When nature and the queen calls, tell the queen to wait. This is how I was raised. What can you expect from me?
Wow. I'm out of here.
Stephen is dying. Stephen, you can't have us all come in here and open a thing of wine and expect us to be normal. What can I say? Now, can I repeat that so it's right? It's better to fart and bear the shame than hold the fart and bear the pain. That's actually how it goes.
There you
Unless
go.
I've had a glass of wine and then who remembers anything?
And then we all have to bear the shame.
Oh, I guess they're getting rid of me. I do understand that. Bye.
See you later.
And we're back. This is Shelley Colleen Black. And staying on the subject of flatulence, we have Rob Mungle.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop. No, really, stop it.
So,
It's
Rob,
good to see you, Shelley.
It's good to see you, Rob. Are you wearing any pants?
No, sadly
Me
no.
neither! You guys, we've been here for a long time with lots of wine, and we don't have any pants on.
It's a little known fact about AD Vision. They don't require pants when you record these things.
Not only that, they
And actually, they encourage pantless recording.
Yes. Yes. It was a little frightening on the first time that, I came in, and they said, please, Shelley, disrobe. I said,
Yes,
what?
that would be frightening.
So, Rob, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm just a young boy trying to make his way in this world.
Yeah.
Doing voiceover acting.
You guys, you'd not believe it. He's 11. He's 11.
Inches, yes. What? What? Who said that? Steven, you are so bad. Steven's.
All right, sorry.
Steven just came into the
Yeah,
booth.
he was directing us to clean it up. But
Yeah.
okay, so you play.
Steven is a delightful director.
Yes.
Of all the directors, he's my third favorite. After the peach that sits there and just stares, and the Spanish boy who I don't understand.
Oh, the Spanish
I don't
boy.
know what that means.
Oh, the Spanish boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
guys,
Tommy
we don't
Drake's
know who that
character right
is.
here. Tommy Drake beat me out for this character.
But you got what character?
I got the big gay landlord.
So, are you okay with that?
No,
or-
Tommy, I did a much better read than Tommy did on that. I had a much better voice. Like, watch, I'll show you. Watch.
Okay.
Oh, yes, now go and get milk, John. That's the person I... See, that's much better than that.
Oh my God, Steven, what the hell?
That's a far better read.
I cannot believe it. But
Tommy owed him,
okay.
he owed him Tommy money. That's why. That's why I lost it.
Okay, but could Tommy do the big gay landlord?
Sadly, yes.
Okay, we won't go into that, folks.
Tommy's a wonderful talent. Underutilized by AD Vision, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Rob,
Yes.
what was one of the most recent characters you played? And I understand that you had a convention to go to, and could you just kind of elaborate on that a little bit?
Oh, yes, I went to a convention in Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa.
Is that where the
Which
potatoes
is
are?
Yeah,
No,
corn.
that's Idaho.
It's corn.
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 Corn State, guys.
Des Moines, Idaho, the home of anime. If I think anime, I think Des Moines, Iowa. Lovely people there, and I had a wonderful time.
There you go, folks.
They're delicious folks. In fact, they were thrilled with my character portrayal of the character of Pedro in another film.
Pedro. Can we have a little Pedro?
No, you can't.
Wait.
I'm silly like that. Look how I am.
Okay, so, Rob,
Yes.
you have been doing this for a long time.
If by this you mean voiceover work, yes. I've been at AD Vision for years.
How many do you figure?
Gosh, let's see. I'm 22, so
No,
Almost-
honey, 11.
I've been at it almost 11 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
like, since the inception of ADV?
Since it was incepted.
Really?
I was there, yes. I was there when they had the zygote. I was in the very first production at AD Vision.
You're kidding.
I was, yeah.
Okay, and you
And
went
it
to
was
school?
marvelous.
Of course it was.
It was what was the name of it? Guy the Double Target, I believe it was called.
The guy, the double...
Guy, little dots. Guy,
colon.
2 dots, yeah. The Double Target.
Aha. Okay, and didn't you go to school with somebody here?
Yes, I went with one of the head chicks here, Sharon Papa.
And is that how you got in?
Yes.
Really?
We had a torrid affair. Nah, I'm
Interesting.
No, I went to high school with her, yeah.
Really?
And that's it, yes. And I did stand-up comedy, and she came to one of my shows and said, you know what? You need to go be one of my voice actors.
Right
And I said, okay. And I did, and now it's the magic. Wow. 11 years later. Yeah. And it was a lot different then.
Yeah?
Much different, yeah, sure.
In what way?
Now they got all these fancy computers and whatnot.
So
Yeah, they do all they can put all the voices together real easy. And back then,
tape recorder.
Tape recorder.
Tape
Yeah.
recorder. Damn.
one little tape recorder, and you had to stand over it, and it didn't have a microphone.
Wow.
The original one we did,
Yeah.
in Braille. That's what was so
Really?
odd. Yeah, in Braille.
I am so glad.
And you wouldn't think there's a
that's
market
changed.
for that, but there is.
No.
It's huge. Yeah,
I'm so glad it's changed.
yeah. This is easy now. Now you can come in. If you have a cold, and you just walk in here, and it sounds beautiful. For instance, my voice actually this is being tempered through technology. This is my actual. Let me give
That's
you my.
true.
Let me give you my actual voice.
Do. I'd like them to
Okay,
hear it.
Turn off the temperer thing. All right, ready? Here we go.
Done. Okay.
Buenas noches, señor, señorita. Bueno.
Holy crap!
They actually
amazing.
translate it from Spanish to English.
I cannot believe it.
They
We
got that
are in
CIA
Playhouse.
technology in here. It's crazy.
That is insane. But
But it is hard.
Yes,
It's difficult.
It is. No, it is. It's harder
work
than
is-
it looks. You think that it's really easy, but it's not.
Well, that's true.
And I remember starting out and how I didn't know how to get all the especially the Foleys and stuff like that. And Stephen used to laugh.
Foleys.
Yeah, Stephen used to laugh because the first thing I did was send and should fly on these ropes and through these buildings. And I had no idea that I could possibly make those sounds, sitting down comfortably. And so I was beating myself to death.
Hey, that's me. There I am.
There he is.
That's me.
There's Mike.
Yeah.
Tommy, disturbing. Very disturbing.
Yes. This is hard work, let me tell you. It's difficult. You spend a lot of time in here.
No, you do.
It's not as easy. It's not as easy as it just appears.
It's not as easy as it appears, and we have to play a lot of different characters.
That's right.
Yeah.
Say like this. This was. I did one of these characters here.
That's right. You're one of the. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. This took forever to do this one.
That's not. Who's the woman? I wonder.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because we don't always know who else is doing the different
that's
voices.
Taylor. That's
Is it Taylor?
Yeah.
Ah! Like Taylor does a bunch of voices, and how many characters do you play in this?
I did like 4 or 5.
Really?
And,
I know I did a couple.
Taylor did a few, and you've done a few. And
Yeah. So especially in this one, we really got an ensemble thing, sort of.
That's
sort
Mike
of
McCrae
working
doing
outside
the
of the
voice of the
principal.
silent lizard.
The silent lizard.
They actually pay Mike to come in here and not speak. That's really weird. I don't know how he got that gig.
And it's hard. It's much harder than it looks.
It is. It's difficult. It is difficult. You know what's fun is this is the only show where they actually get to see the voice actors too. I like that.
That's right.
Actually, I hate it.
Why?
Because I'm hideous looking. Everybody else
No,
is attractive.
you're not.
I look like an idiot.
No, you're not.
You're good look. Everybody's good looking on this except for me and Mike.
Honey,
We're the
you're-
only ones who aren't attractive.
No, you're only 11. Don't beat yourself up.
No, it's fun. Most things you don't get to actually see the voice actors. But
No, that's very true. Yeah,
That's
no,
nice.
well, you know what? The only other thing that would, the colorful DVD
That's
extra,
true.
you see a lot of us, and it happens to be kind of a lot of us that have done both projects.
Sadly, there's a lot of me in that. That's I'm
Again,
hideous. I belong for. I have a face for voice acting. Let me tell you. I do.
No.
I am handsome behind the mic. I am gorgeous
and guys,
behind the mic.
I'm looking at him right now, and it's hard for me to stay in my own booth. I'm telling you. That's a good-looking man over there.
Yeah. I'm quite.
No, but haven't you
I look
loved-
like Milk. I look. If you shaved Milk Chan's head, that's what I would look like. I've got big,
God.
stupid eyes and a round head. That's actually a picture of me that they took. That they described. That's how they designed the character. They took a picture of me and they said, "You know what? Put some blue hair on that fat bastard, and we'll make him into a 4-year-old, and we'll sell it, and it'll be huge."
I have no comeback for that. I got nothing.
My eyes are actually 3 feet long.
Stop it.
They're stretched long. I have invisibility. I can see. I have X-ray vision. That's what I can see. Because they're so long like that.
I I hope you're not saying the rest of us look like that, because that means Marcy's
No, you're all hot.
big,
All the girls on this are hot.
I'm an ant.
Y'all are all hot. I'm an idiot. I look like a moron.
But really,
Like a 4-year-old baby. That's what I look like.
he doesn't, you guys. Not at all. He does look good in a wig. Did we see that when we were shooting?
Yes.
Did we see it?
Yeah, I think that's already come up. I'm not sure.
To be a woman. Do you want to talk about that? Do you want
To
to
be
talk
a
about
woman?
that?
No, I don't want to talk about that. That's
He
Mike
gives a little
McRae right
insight.
there doing the voice of the president. He's a very funny guy.
He's a very funny guy. All
And
of
a
you
little
guys are
interesting
funny
story.
guys.
I don't know if I could tell this or not, but that voice he does,
Yeah?
it's actually his roommate. That's his roommate's
Is
voice.
it really?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
His roommate
that's kinda
actually
really
sounds like
funny.
that, but he
It's
makes
kinda-
a damn fine pork chop.
That's kind of funny and a little really kind of weird.
See, this is the kind of inside information that all the little the kids could pass on to their other fans.
Right.
It'll
That's
be on
really his
it'll be on the
roommate.
internet. Guess what? The real voice of the president is a guy named Eric Diekman in Houston, Texas. We've got the inside scoop, man.
Thank you, Eric.
Eric.
Your voice works very well for the president. Next time you should ask
And you know
to be
what?
paid.
He looks just like him too. I'm not kidding. He looks like
Does
that.
he have a little ball on his head?
I don't know what it is. It's like a growth. I'd get it biops, but he looks just like this kid.
Oh man.
And with the one tooth, he's from Alabama. But I don't want to say anything about the people of the fine, great state of
Fine
Alabama.
state of Alabama.
They're delicious folks. Is that you?
Okay.
That's not you. No.
No, that's Monica, and that's not
Is that
me
the grandma?
either.
That's you.
That is not me, Rob. Stop it. I forgot, but I know this is a really funny scene, but I don't remember who that is. But how cute is she?
That's delicious.
She's so cute.
She's delicious.
And Monica's so cute with her little pigtails and
Yes.
stuff like that.
This was
And
actually
she
shot
laughs.
at the actual ADV studios.
Yes, it is.
We split
That's where we come in the door to do this important work, everyone.
That's right.
That's what the front desk looks like, except for that lamp.
Who is
that was
this
there.
woman? I've never seen this woman
Yeah,
before.
no, remember she was here when we shot
This is Steven's
the thing?
mom? What?
I can't. I can't remember, but I know
Oh, there's
she's-
Hillary. You know what? Little story about Hillary.
Yeah.
I won't say.
Yeah. No. Go.
No,
We're getting the go
no,
sign.
I have no stories about Hillary. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm
I thought
just
you were
trying
gonna make something up.
Well, I can.
Go ahead. Tell us a funny story about Hillary.
Well, she's a lovely girl. She's
Yeah?
a wonderful and a brilliant talent.
yeah.
Smells like tacos. I don't know what that means though. I have no idea.
She does love tacos. No doubt.
But a lovely
about it.
girl and a marvelous talent, let me tell you.
Little taco smell.
Smells like tacos.
But
Who
you know
knows?
what, guys? You don't have to worry about smelling weird when you do this kind of work because you're in the booth.
Yeah.
And
That's
nobody's working with you. And there's a number of people who
You
smell
don't have
like
to worry
very
about
odd things.
your smell when you do voice. Come in smelling like hummus, as long as you can do a voice like this.
You got taco, hummus, cheese,
Yeah.
your occasional bourbon whiskey. No names to be mentioned about
Yeah,
that one.
This microphone's going to be smelling like bourbon and tacos after I'm done, let me tell you.
Well, Rob, on
This has
that
been
note,
fun, isn't it?
well, it's been really fun, and I think we've been in
milk. Oh, look at me, milk. See, that's right there? That's the taco smell right there. The hummus.
here. Oh,
This has been fun, but I've got a Pilates class. I have got to go.
and dude, I think we've been in here for about 54 hours.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so
You know what? No, I didn't do this.
that's the baby ant, and he says, "Hey, man." Cannot freaking get over it. Okay,
Very nice.
everyone, we are turning over the mic. It is the birthday girl, Miss Taylor, is up next to speak with you about very important issues.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Good night.
And I'm back. And I'm back with the newbie of the group. I'm here
Yes,
with
the
Taylor
newbie.
Hannah. Say hi, Taylor.
Hello. I'm supposed to be here
for important issues.
important issues?
Apparently important issues.
What kind of important issues are those?
I don't know. It's you know what? It's your birthday today.
Yes, it is.
It's your big birthday today.
Am I allowed to say how old I am?
No, you're not. You're not. It's this. big secret as far as that. We needed somebody else. God, do you remember that? I tracked you down.
Oh, with the agency.
With the agency. And Paige, who I've known for years. And I said, I need somebody. I need somebody. And we met, God, it was on a day. And you came in with
and you had other girls there, and you had like their cards and their headshots, and you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, you'll work. And then you were amazing. Oh my God, there's Marcy and
the hair.
They were, and we can't really talk a lot about who she is right there, but there were people in ADV who thought that the director Christine character was based on some real life person, and I was like, I knew that she was like this raving bitch. It's like, no, actually, it's kind of like a composite of every director who's here at ADV, because directors can be awful.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You don't need to agree with that so quick.
Oh, not here. Yeah, directors in general.
But I found Taylor and put her in, and like we were doing the second volume recording a couple of weeks ago, and you were doing a voiceover, and you just whipped out Jersey accent.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
Bronx.
and Taylor's just becoming a really amazing voice talent. So it's very nice to have you in the stable now. But it was. You were in the live action part and the voice part, and then you were where were you? Milan? We couldn't get you for the last scene.
Yeah, I was in Milan in the summer. I was just modeling out there, and you ended up using one of my friends, Jelaine, and then now it's like, whoa.
Yeah, don't travel anymore. I need to slowly be bribing your travel agent and say keep her in town more.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that.
Oh yeah, whatever. What did you do? Jean-Paul Gaultier? Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
that.
You're gonna choose ADV over Jean-Paul Gaultier. Sorry, Jean. I can't do that because I've got to do a cartoon.
But it's a great cartoon.
It's a great cartoon. It's an amazing show. There's Marcy. Her robot character just cracks me up. She's just so amazing.
I just feel bad because Hillary always is just like stupid. Robot. And I'm just like, poor thing.
That's right. You saw the whole thing. Yeah, I gave you you got the first rough. I think you were the one who got the first rough cut of the first version, and you watched it.
Yes.
You're like, God, the poor little thing. I was like, this is what we're introducing Taylor to. Oh, and here's Mike doing the karaoke.
Oh my.
We used to. For licensing purposes, we get all the materials and stuff like that, and of course, you assume you get so much. And then we get this note from the Japanese that we don't have the rights to the music that he's singing to the karaoke. We're like, well, we've recorded the voice, we had the music, and got the.
Well, I'm sure that it was nothing that
we couldn't reproduce on our own.
I'm sure that's the way it was.
Which we did. We did. We sent it out to a wonderful composer in town and said, we need a polka, a kind of odd polka. Will you rip us off a polka? And so he did that. But it's those little things. You're like, where things just have to change from what the Japanese original is. Like this is a new graphic. The other one was more. Oh my God! This is you coming up. You're one of the Mr. Shin kids. It's like people think. It's just, this is when they first, they asked me first, and I was very flattered when my boss asked me to do the show, and I just saw it, and I was like, it's fucking brilliant. I can't do it. I'm not that good, dude. I'm not that good. So I think they even had a couple of writers from a sitcom that's going off the air this year, actually, who took a stab at writing it, and they sent us their scripts, and it was just awful. You just kind of wish that Jennifer Aniston would have looked at it. But it was just terrible. The writers were just they just didn't get it because they didn't know anime. And then some other director tried it, and it was just even worse. And so I thought they were going to give it to another director, and I thought, well, at least I can do it better than that guy. So but I tried. So but we had to do all these odd things with it, and it's this cartoon where it's. It's this show she's watching, and it's this man who's dressed up in a school uniform, and he's in a playground with 3 kids. He's like, come play with me. And you're like, oh, my God,
it's child molesting.
It's
well, look at that. That's disgusting. The belly and the hairy arms.
And the kids know it because in the script, we kept the idea of the Japanese. We just made it more Americanized. And, we're... like what the hell? Like that. There you are. That's
the pigtail girl, the brat.
And it's just so disturbing. And
Well, if it was me, I'd just be like, buddy, you're not a kid anymore. Get over yourself.
Well, which is pretty much what happened on the, in the dialogue. But it's just so odd. I mean, the show's just odd. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the older ones, Tetsuko makes some soup and they're all high and they think there's some building is Godzilla, and Ben Pronsky is sitting in the director's chair right now trying to direct me and Taylor in our commentary.
He's the big boss now.
He's the big boss. Were you intimidated when you first? Because you're the baby of the group
I
now.
am
Did
the
you?
baby.
I mean,
Well,
were you?
When we did the commentary and everything, when I arrived, I was just like, wow, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But
For the commentary or the recording
the
live action?
Well, the live action. I was just like, I showed up. I was just like, oh wow, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I was just like, okay, I know one person here, and the other person I sort of know, and now I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna make friends. Try to, even though I'm like a child, but
and know no one. Well, and that was something. That was so fun. We were able to incorporate everybody's real.
yeah.
Well, everyone asks, is it real or y'all, is it, and it's like,
It's real with a
well,
couple
yeah,
other
within some,
things.
yeah, I mean, like, except for a couple of the characters, but like Ben, he was in the Jamie Foxx movie and he played a sailor, and Tommy was on tour with Cher, and
Yeah.
Rob. I mean, they're all just, and just nuts.
Yeah.
But I'm, what really upsets me
What?
is that we never got Stanley on camera.
Yeah.
Stanley
he needs
never.
to be on camera.
He needs to be on camera. Stanley is the engineer. The engineers are actually the gods of the. I mean, I just
He's
sit
the
there.
one who does the work.
Yeah, he does the work, and I just sit there on my ass and go like, faster, angrier, happier, And
Ooh.
Stanley's the one who has to make the lines fit, and and do all the technical stuff. But Stanley's
Fabulous.
fabulous, and all the girls want Stanley. All the girls come in and they're like, Stanley, you look so smolderingly sexy today. What's up with that? And new cologne and stuff. And I'm sitting here going like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, adorable.
It's just, but it's all about Stanley.
He is quite the stud.
He's quite the stud. Oh, and there's Mike, speaking of studs.
What's up, Mike?
But did you think the voiceover gig was as hard as you thought, or was it easier than you thought? Or
It was easier than I thought, but I was very nervous going into it. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this right. If all of a sudden I'm like going to say the wrong line, because that one line, the super psychic kinesis on one of the other things I did. Oh,
that show. Don't talk about that show.
oh my gosh. Some of those lines.
We're terrible.
Oh, and I don't know. I mean, I was just like, I cannot say that. Like,
It was a ghastly show.
yeah.
It was a
and
ghastly
with
show.
Super Milk, it's much easier. I love it.
Well, it's a thank God. It's a good show. I remember you were just doing the princess, and then
the princess,
and
the
then
brat,
the brat, and then later you do the alien, which is coming up
alien
in
and
other volumes, and
The roach.
the roach.
With the
God, the
rocks.
roach is great. And that was, it's great to see everybody. You get to stretch your talent on this stuff, which is nice. But now you're coming up on another DVD, and are you gonna be in the next DVD? Are you traveling again? What are you gonna? You're gonna leave me again, aren't you? You're gonna.
I don't. Well, when
Don't
are
you
you talking about? I mean,
We're gonna be going to some. I can't. Yeah, because it'll be done by then. We're gonna do. Don't say that. Don't say it. Okay, I won't say it. All right, I'm not supposed to say it. Now they're telling me, my producers are telling me not to say where we're going to be filming the next thing. But it's going to be big, so that's kind of nice.
But when? So I can tell you.
I'll tell you what after the commentary.
Okay, fine.
Don't be. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. It's been quite an interesting birthday.
Has it?
I took a long 4-hour tax test. It's a Texas test, Dooley Bopper. I've had a very long birthday.
Well, thank you for coming in and doing the commentary. I appreciate that.
Oh, never. I'd rather do that
Than the tax test?
Yeah. I was like in a room of, when like someone starts sniffling and then everyone else starts sniffling, and like it's like the cough, it just goes around.
And that's
Where it's
how
like
it
it's kind of like, and you're just like, you've got to be kidding me. you're all doing it on purpose just to make us all mad because people are looking around doing it. And I'm just like,
4 hours?
oh, yes. It was pure hell.
I've been interrupted. The elder statesman of the group wants to be in the booth with Taylor. Well, who doesn't want to be in the booth with Taylor?
Here comes the president.
That's right, I am your president. I am talking to Taylor Hannah. Taylor, you are already at a young age a successful model/actress. Would you call yourself A, an ingenue, B, a debutante, or C, a raconteur?
A?
Incorrect! You are an evil temptress, and don't you forget it.
Oh, wow.
Number
that wasn't
2.
Okay.
You're a very attractive young lady. I assume you have young men coming after you all the time. Is this correct?
Yes.
Incorrect! The correct standard model answer is no, men are intimidated by me. I have
sorry.
problems getting a date. Someday Conan O'Brien will be asking you these questions. Get it right now.
Okay, I will.
Number 3. You are a young lady about town, as I am sure you drive around and speed around in your cars and whatnots. The safety of the streets is imperative for civil society. Getting wasted and driving around is A, a felony, B, a misdemeanor, or C, a civil liability.
Hey.
Wrong, it's Saturday night for the president. God bless this country.
Damn.
I would like to thank my future intern, Taylor Hannah, for this interview.
Thank you.
I am the president. The president saves the world.
You go.
This is Stanley Thomas. I'm the recording engineer everybody's been talking about. Right now we're going to bring you Tommy Drake's commentary that we recorded earlier because Tommy was in L.A. doing a TV special.
Hi, Tommy.
Hello, Stephen.
Who do you play, Tommy?
I play Dr. Eyepatch. It is Dr. Eyepatch, right?
It's Dr. Eyepatch. Yes, he's a full-fledged physician.
Okay. Yeah, that's me there. It's a very synthesized voice that you have for Dr. Eyepatch.
They did a good job on that.
They did. It's basically there's very little of me left in
There's
there.
tons of you left in there.
You do a nice job of you cast some voice talent, and then you just cast some friends of yours. And then you synthesize their voices so that they can be.
So everybody gets a gig.
Exactly.
It's just it's Steven's little pay cut. Everyone gets a check.
Yes, I'll have
very
you know
little
that,
check.
I'll have you know that I cashed my little check, and that's going to be my fun money when I go to LA.
But this is why don't you tell them what your first role was?
My first ADV role was Rue in the Street Fighter Alpha series. And it started at about like the 17th episode or something because the other Rue was gone for some reason. I don't know.
I can't remember. I think
the original actor couldn't continue the role, so you put me in and wrote into the script that I had a cold or something.
You were so funny. You
made me.
Foley.
Yeah. Well, okay. That's the problem with the Street Fighter. There's lots of karate, so there was lots of you had to make grunting and grind and noises, and I'm not much of a fighter, really. So
read pussy.
Yeah. I didn't have that in me. So you suggested that I go home and go into the backyard and shadow box with nobody for a little while, and then come back and try again.
And your wife looks out the kitchen window and sees you.
Sees me doing that. And I would actually throw punches and kicks in the little booth. And I injured myself doing voiceover a couple times. I would knock stuff over. And,
pulled a groin muscle.
Yeah.
We were having such a hard time casting it, and Tommy came in and just now. Which came first? Was it Dr. Knee or Dr. Eyepatch? You're also Dr. Knee.
I'm also
Sayuki.
Dr. Knee. Dr. Knee was first, yeah. And Dr. Knee is probably one of the only. I think it's one of the only characters that I think I do well.
Oh, whatever.
I
think you're underestimating your brilliant Rue.
That's not at all what I was looking for. My brilliant Rue. No, Dr. Knee is a really cool, sort of creepy, it's me trying to do an impression of Peter Lorre, and I'm really bad at doing impressions, so it comes out as this whole original character.
I think it's good. I like it. It's one of the few, I'll watch the show because of that.
Yeah, Dr. Knee's good and creepy. And this Dr. Eyepatch, I was trying to do something very subtle that was completely lost in the synthesizing of the voice, but
it was your idea to go out of character.
It was my idea to go out of character, and that's fun, and I hope that's in there, right? I
Yeah.
don't know if that was in there or not.
I think it happens more later, like in the next volume where she wants a starship, and you're like, a starship?
Completely
Just totally, Milk totally bakes his mind by asking for a big spaceship to go search for the president or something.
Yes. Oh, wait. This is me, too, isn't it? The drunk fish?
You're the shrimp.
Oh, I'm the shrimp.
Oh, my God, that's right. You are. You're the shrimp.
So this is a perfect time for me to be here. This is like all the work that I did on this show is in a total of 10 minutes.
There you are.
Yes. Yeah, that's me, too. Completely different voice, showing my range.
It's well, so many of you poor bastards are doing double duty. It's like when I cast Taylor, she had just one line, and now she's like a Jersey girl and a slut and an alien wife. It's like, can you do this one too, and this one too? It's fun though. It's
really
neat to see.
Is she doing a lot of different
Yeah,
characters?
she's coming into her own. I'm very impressed.
Kidding.
Yeah, she's actually she whipped out a Bronx accent. I mean, Stanley the other day, we were like, Taylor,
really? Because all she really has to be is pretty, right? So that's
because it's all audio. It's all voiceover.
It is all voiceover. So it's cool that she has that other stuff. That's good to know. I don't have that. I remember when you asked me to do Russian, Stephen?
Oh, God. Well, Rob and Mike were like, don't, no. Drake can't do accents.
Said, hey,
don't do accents.
Tommy, can you do a Russian accent? I said, oh, yeah, sure. Let me give a run at it. And you're like, okay, why don't you play the American in this scene, Tommy? You're the American guy.
That's sad.
Yeah.
So people are always asking about how much of this stuff is real and how much of it's not real. That's on the live action segments, and it's all real. But how long were you on the road? How long were you touring with Cher?
I was touring with Cher for about 10 months, and it was great. It was really sort of gave me a comedy career, and yeah, it was good. It was very exciting.
What was your best show?
Oh, I think the best one was the last one I did, which was in Reading, Pennsylvania, probably the smallest town that we performed in. And it was my last show, and it was very sort of exciting, and I knew it was my last show, and it was that was probably the best one that I did. But I had some really good ones. Really enjoyed performing in Canada. Vancouver's a very cool city that I'd never been to before.
I love Vancouver.
But anywhere. I mean, you're opening for Cher. Any city was fun. Topeka, Kansas was great.
But Denver.
Denver
was
Denver was the one that you came to.
I wanted to go see Tommy really bad, and I didn't want to go see.
That's not true.
Like Dallas.
Stephen just wanted to get to see a Cher concert and have some really good seats, and he came to the one show where I performed and Cher did not.
Oh,
because the lights went out and it was just me performing, and the power was out and all the computers needed, and Cher didn't go on that night, so there was 12,000 people were told, oh, you know what, we aren't having a Cher show.
But you headlined the Pepsi Center.
I got to headline the Pepsi Center, yeah.
But we were pissed. It was like the worst fucking blizzard in Denver's 100-year history.
It was
people sleeping at the airport. But you got out because you were busing it, right?
No, but we didn't get out. We were stuck there for 4 days.
Oh, that's right. You were downtown.
You were stuck there for like 2 days, right?
Yeah, and then we drove back.
We were stuck there forever. It was, you know what? I can't. We aren't watching. You and I are just talking. We aren't watching what's on the screen. But I'm actually looking forward to seeing this. It looks good.
It's I don't even know. This one will come out, I think, July 6th.
Okay, so I'll get to see the whole thing in July. Very cool. So what else did you want to talk about, Stephen? We talked about the Cher tour. We talked about you have a lot of comics working on this.
And you've known Mike and Tom and Rob a long time.
Yes, I've known Rob for about 7 years and Mike for about 3 or 4 years. But I've known Mike since like the day he decided to become a performer, entertainer.
He's a mess.
Mike's
a mess.
Mike, okay, a little background story. Mike's not here, so I can talk. Mike's about 4 or 5 years younger than me, and he's very young in this performing, and especially in stand-up comedy. He's extremely talented, though. There's me in drag. Thank you again for letting me do that.
That was a great deal.
Yes, and the lovely Shelley.
Who we went and saw. She was in a play the other night, a John Patrick Shanley play at Stages, and we all went and saw her. And Shelley's the biggest easy drunk. She had a nude scene on stage, and she dieted like crazy because she was going to have to be naked from the waist down. And so she was dieting like crazy. And ever since then, she's been the biggest wussy when it comes to alcohol. So she has one cocktail.
And she's loaded.
Loaded. And she tells Mike.
Okay, good. This is good. We're talking about Mike. Okay. Good.
Everybody all the girls have a crush on you.
We all had a crush on you.
And I'm like, why did you tell? And she tells, so he goes to the bathroom at dinner, and she goes, should I not have said anything? I'm like, no, because his egos. He's gonna be terrible.
That's
but all the girls had a crush. Did he tell you?
No, that's exactly what Mike needs, because it didn't help his ego at all. It just hurt it again. Because he's just mad at himself. Now, how do I not know this, man? What do you mean, how do you not know this, Mike? You had everybody in the world come up to you and say, hey, man, Hillary really wants to hook up with you. You got to do something about that. Mike's like, oh, I didn't think that you guys had, like, real information.
He needs to trust you more.
Mike needs to trust himself more, really. He feels like his whole life has been... girls used to like him and they don't anymore, but then they tell him and he's like, oh, I should have. What was I thinking? Mike, of course, plays the president there. Brilliant, very funny character.
It's a great character.
Yes.
And
Mike's really, he doesn't know how talented he is. He doesn't know how good looking he is.
No,
he doesn't
know.
Mike has probably the lowest self-esteem of anybody working on this show. And there are like 4 or 5 female actors on this show, notoriously low self-esteem, because it's a difficult job. And Mike, it's ridiculous.
That's so sad. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
It is so funny.
Poor thing.
It is sad, isn't it?
He's very sad. Where is he now?
I think that he's in Boise doing this wonderful club up there, comedy club up there.
And you're flying out to California tomorrow,
Tomorrow
right?
night, I will be performing on a show called the Latino Comedy Showcase, I think it's called, for the new station CITV. And
you're not Hispanic.
No, I'm not Hispanic, but shh, don't tell anybody.
You're sunning yourself a lot.
Yes, and I'm gonna. No, they put one non-Hispanic on each episode, and I'm gonna be on there doing 7 minutes of comedy.
That'll be cool.
Yes, that will be cool. But that's why I'm missing. You guys are gonna have a big party, I guess, to do the rest of the audio commentary. We're not supposed to talk about this, are we? Am I messing up? To do the rest of the audio comment, and I'm not going to be here, so I'm not going to get to see all the uncomfortable flirting with Mike McRae that's going to happen, and him not knowing that it's happening.
Poor guy. He's just tragic.
He is tragic, but he's not. He's brilliant. He's a good friend of mine, and he's very talented. And when he finds out how talented he is, it's gonna be trouble, I think.
About you doing the drag thing, that was just a blast.
That was
so
a blast.
Funny.
And I would like to say, because people wouldn't, if you told the story, people would think that you were kidding. But you just initially you just wanted somebody in a dress and makeup. And you asked,
we had to fill that still. That still had to happen.
Because there needed to be a still picture of a guy in awful, horrible, bad drag. And you wanted Mike McRae to do it.
He was supposed to do it.
And because of all of Mike's self-esteem issues and the fact that he wants to date every girl that works on this show, he was too uncomfortable with that. Well, I,
wear gowns all the time.
Being Cher's opening act, of course, I jumped at the chance when I heard that Mike didn't want it. I said, "Let me do it." And then and you're like, "Oh, okay." And then about an hour later, I said, "Steven, if I'm going to be in drag, I want to at least try to look like I'm trying. I want to look good in drag." And then in the script, I was only supposed to be in drag for one scene. But I suggested, I said, if I'm already in drag, I don't know why I would take the dress off and change back into my... So I wanted to be in drag for the whole thing.
Which I loved. I think it works really, really well, because when you first do that cutback and you see he's still in the fucking dress. Yeah. I just love it. It's so funny.
And that was such a fun...
That was
fun. We had a blast. I hope it comes off that we had a lot of fun.
I hope so. Because the colorful thing did. Everyone really liked what, all the colorful
stuff.
But
that wasn't fun. The colorful thing wasn't fun. I wasn't wearing a dress.
It was. But you were abused makeup-wise. There's always something happening to you makeup or wardrobe-wise in all these things.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
But now, did you wear falsies? Did you have... because the breasts are in my office, and after the shoot was over, there are these fake breasts that are in this glass cabinet that I have in my office, and I didn't realize it. And they're giving an office tour, and someone sees the breasts in my office, and they're like, "Nice that you have breasts."
I wore a bra, just a regular bra, and we stuffed it with something.
Okay, because those falsies are now in my office.
Okay, so
not that I have a whole call for them.
If I need them,
your breasts are in my office,
and I think it's perhaps it's in the next episode, but we've sort of forced me into a pseudo drag in the next one too, in the live action, didn't we?
That's right. Don't give anything away.
I'm not giving anything away.
You have to watch to see what Tommy wears in the next one.
I got to be pretty in the next one, too.
And you were very concerned about it.
It's very apropos at this. Just what you're seeing on the screen now is a little bit of a hint. That's all.
Poor Christy.
She's a lot of fun, too. You pick... See, I'm serious. I truly believe that you don't even... I truly believe that you don't even think about the actual voice talent, that you just pick these fun people to work on this
I
stuff.
pick the most talented people there are.
You just pick personalities.
Well, you have to mix them together.
You're thinking about the party is what you're thinking about.
Thinking who's going to be best at the rap party. Speaking of, I guess that's a wrap for you, and we're up for the next one. Thank you, Tommy, thank you for doing this. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you...
on the next one.
On the next one.
This is Stanley again, and we now return to the previous commentary that's already in progress. It was really nice meeting you guys, and if you need to get in touch with me, call me at 976-LOVE. And back by popular demand, it's the president.
I am your president, and I am here with Marcy Banner, another one of the ADV stars. Marcy?
Yes?
How are you?
Fine.
Excellent. You know what? I like you, Marcy.
Well, I'm glad to
You know
hear
why?
it.
Because I am a politician, and myself, I am given to endless, incoherent ramblings, and so are you.
That's right, and I don't vote.
We have a lot in common. Now, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Are your alcohol-fueled diatribes buried under rage like mine?
I don't know what that means.
Yes, you do. Don't be coy with me.
No, I don't know what that means. You'll have to... Sure, right. Okay,
All right.
I'll go along with it.
Next question.
Right. Okay. I stumped you.
No, I have a question. If you would be silent, you would hear it.
Oh, I'm never silent.
Yes, I know. That would be a problem in this process.
You only like working with people who don't talk back.
Listen to me. I'm surrounded with them. They're called Democrats. Now, yes, did you vote for me as president?
No, I did not.
Who did you vote for?
I don't remember. I have Alzheimer's.
Well, that's a shame. If I were a good president, I'd give a damn. And probably try to solve it somehow, that problem.
But you're not, so you won't.
But exactly. I have other issues to worry about. Like interns! Remember from earlier? Hee hee. All right. Now, question number 3.
I didn't get question 1 or 2 yet.
That you've been asked a total of 2 questions by me. Pay attention for the love of St. Barnabas.
Did I answer them?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay.
In your own special sort of way.
Okay. All right.
All right, now.
What's number 3?
The 3rd question. You're really throwing me off, lady. You know that, don't you?
I'm trying to.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, go on.
I've had worse people get the better of me before.
Get into bed with you before?
Get the better of me, which is the same thing.
Okay.
Now, there are children present.
Right.
Keep it clean. What do you think of young Miss Harry Haig?
I think she's adorable.
Yes, indeed. She,
Was that the question?
Well, I mean, feel free to elaborate.
Oh, well, talented, attractive,
Yes.
Personable,
Yes.
enthusiastic,
Yes.
Charming, incredible.
Yes.
Yeah, all
Keep
of those.
going.
I can't think
You
of
have a
any.
penchant for keeping going, so keep going.
No, I'm going to shut up now.
Yes, well, I would have to say I agree with you.
About what?
What were we talking about?
That's what happens when two
Look,
old-
it's Milchan on the
folks
screen.
get together.
Yes. Well, tell me something. You tell me something interesting, Marcy Banner. Are you related to the Incredible Hulk?
No.
Well, he's Bruce Banner.
No, I'm not related to any banners at all, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Yes.
You just...
No,
you
my
know,
father-
you sprang out
Oh,
of
here's
Zeus's
where
forehead like Athena, you did.
Oh, I'm feeling tingly all over. I think that's where I'm on my date.
Oh, good Lord.
Isn't that exciting? Look at that.
Now, wouldn't you think it's inappropriate for a cartoon for children to have robots in romantic situations. It's unnatural and it's against the creator's will.
I didn't know this was for children.
Well, it's a cartoon, isn't it?
Oh, yes, but parents can keep their children from watching this, just like I kept Elizabeth from watching the Alien when she was 4.
You let her watch that movie when she was 4.
Yes, I did. I can't
What
deny
sort
it.
of twisting parenting is that?
I don't know.
I couldn't see on Golden Pond until I was 14.
Hey, there, we're leaving now. Bye.
Look at us all go. That man is, I'd say, well, he's not getting married. Let's just put it that way. All right, who else we got there? There's Rob Mungle. There's David Matranka. Ah, what a hot piece of ass he is.
He's in New York
Speaking
now,
of-
becoming a star.
Who's this wad? Look at that shirt. Good Lord. Apparently someone thinks it's 1982. Hey, is this a Riptide episode or what?
I don't know.
I'm out of here.